Did you know that email marketing has one of the highest returns on investments in e-commerce? Imagine generating more sales without spending a dime on ads. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to set up a high-converting email marketing system for your e-commerce store in 2025. From building a list to automating campaigns that drive sales, we're going to get into everything A to Z email marketing and what you need to know for the new year. With over 15 years of experience in digital marketing and advertising, I've been helping brands grow through email marketing, and I've seen firsthand what works and what doesn't. So within this video, we're going to get into exactly what you need to be doing and what's going to have the highest impact for your brand in 2025. That being said, let's get into it. So let's start off with why email marketing still works in 2025. Well, overall, email marketing still has the highest ROI compared to any other marketing channel. You have to remember, when it comes to email marketing, once you acquire emails, you own those emails. It is proprietary information that is owned by your brand. So at the end of the day, the only cost associated with email marketing is the team to actually build and run the emails and the platform to run it. At Breadloaf, my agency, we work with dozens of brands on a monthly retainer basis through our retention marketing program called Retention Labs. And we do all of this for the clients that we work. That includes copywriting, design, campaign build out, management, reporting, analytics, list growth, the whole thing A to Z. We cover everything for these brands we work with. And our trusted partner on the email marketing platform side is Klaviyo. There's a few other platforms we work with, but a majority of our clients are within the Klaviyo ecosystem because it works so well with Shopify. That's what it comes down to. Those are the two costs you have. And as long as you're constantly building that list and you're following best practices, you're going to see the highest ROI off of email marketing apart from any other activity in your business. Secondly, email marketing allows for personalized, direct communication with customers. At the end of the day, you can add so many elements to email marketing, including first name. You can segment based off of different attributes from where someone's at in their customer journey. There's so much we can do to personalize campaigns once you have that email and it's in your ecosystem. And like I said, you own this list. You own these customers. Unlike social media, you have zero control over your followers on social media. You could wake up any day of the week and your account can be banned. Your account can be stolen from you. Any social media platform can essentially say, you know what? We don't want to work with you, or we don't trust you, or we're just going to shut you down. And it's the same thing on the ad side. Our clients all run ads, and I'm not going to tell you not to run ads, but at the end of the day, any social media platform, ads can be working one day and the next day they can be tanking and losing you money. The thing we love about email is if you follow the best practices, we look at it as farming, right? You're farming that list, you're constantly regenerating the soil, you're producing crops off that list, and every month, every year, that email list is generating you revenue. And personally, I'd rather be a farmer than a hunter. Hunting is a lot tougher than farming. I love the farming aspect of email marketing and retention marketing, and that's why we see that it's so important. So let's talk about some of the common mistakes that we see most brands make. Well, number one, it comes to not segmenting their audience. When it comes to email marketing, a lot of brands just want to send the same campaign to the same list all the time. And if you don't segment your list, if you're not creating an active engaged segment, you're just sending to everyone that you can send to, you're going to run into a lot of problems. Also, if you're not sending strategic campaigns to different users based off of when they've bought in the past or what they've done, you're really going to be sending the wrong messages to the wrong people. Next, sending generic emails without personalization is never a good thing. Like I said, the reason we use platforms like Klaviyo is because we can leverage that CRM to be connecting to other attributes about that customer and about that record and who's in there. For instance, if I bought from a brand before in Klaviyo, that brand knows exactly when I bought, they know what I bought, they know what pages I visited, they know when I opted into email, they also know what emails I've clicked on in the past, what automation flows I've gone through, what other triggers I've made on the site. There's so much data that we can play around with to personalize campaigns. And most brands aren't leveraging that. They're doing the bare minimum to just get campaigns out the door and check the box for email marketing. And next, a lot of brands are overlooking automation opportunities. We audit hundreds of Klaviyo brands a year, and I can tell you that most of the time, automation flows are either way overcomplicated, where they're not driving any revenue because whoever built it had too much of like an engineering mindset and the triggers aren't triggering right. Or two, there's just too basic and there's not enough emails in there. For instance, most of the time when I look at a welcome flow, right, I see 2 to 3 emails in a welcome flow. And hey, those 2 to 3 emails might be doing very, very well, but the missed opportunity is that we need to add another 7 emails to that flow. We like to see at least 10 emails into a welcome flow. That way, if you're spending a lot of money on paid traffic like a lot of clients are, you're going to get the full ROI off of that new user entering into that welcome flow and building that welcome journey with someone over a week and a half to 2 week period versus just a few days. Next, we're going to get into this step-by-step guide to email marketing success. So when it comes to email marketing success in 2025, here's a few things that you should be doing. Number one is building and growing that email list. Okay. If you're not building and growing the list will die over time, right? Think of this as like, when you're with anything you're doing in this world, a customer today is only so valuable in the future, and not every customer is going to come back. If we're not bringing new people into our ecosystem and acquiring new subscribers, then our list will die over time and it can become less valuable. So we always want to be growing that list. And the way we do that is a couple different ways, but the first one is by using pop-ups, exit intent offers, and lead magnets. Commonly for ecom, we have a really solid, rock solid pop-up that's collecting email first, then SMS. And throughout that journey, we might also collect like a first name or like a birthday or little things like that. Might ask a question or two with radio buttons if you're a fashion brand and you sell men's and women's products or men's, women's, and kids products, we'll ask a couple questions to just get a little bit more information. But for the most part, we want to incorporate an offer in there. We want to incentivize new subscribers to enter into that pop-up. And typically we see these pop-up rates ranging anywhere from 6 to 12% of new website visitors will actually enter in and subscribe through that pop-up. If you're not hitting within those numbers, you need to change your offer, right? If those numbers are a little too high, it probably means that your offer is a little too strong. If it's lower than 6%, you need to change your offer and you need to be doing something a little different. Or it's also a good question to actually see, are you driving qualified traffic to your site if no one's actually opting in? That's a good marker to understand. And when we get back to monthly reporting, we actually look at the inverse relationship between ad spend and how much our list grew month over month. Next, we incentivize signups with discounts through different areas. So we might run special offers through sweepstakes. We might run special offers through specific landing pages. And what we're doing is we want to incentivize people to sign up in different areas. And then obviously we also collect new users through a newsletter in the footer of the website and also on our checkout, which I recommend everyone use a pre-checked opt-in at checkout. So just as someone's coming through the website, it's already pre-checked coming through. Another thing to consider that most brands I see make mistakes on, they have a double opt-in set within their list within Klaviyo. You want to turn double opt-in off because it's going to add another step and make it a little bit more challenging for someone to actually get through and finish the process. Next, when it comes to email marketing success, is segmenting your audience. Segment your audience based off of behavior. Now, these behaviors can be if someone's bought or hasn't bought in the past, right? You're going to notice that there's a large chunk of subscribers on your list that sign up but never buy. The reason we send so many campaigns on a weekly basis, which we typically send 2 to 5 a week for our clients, sometimes more if it's a bigger brand, we don't know when someone's going to buy, but we want to constantly be educating them, providing them really, really valuable content, putting special offers in front of them, highlighting new products, showcasing proof through testimonials and reviews. All of this is important to get those subscribers to eventually buy, turning them from just a subscriber, non-customer to a new customer. Then when someone becomes a first-time customer, we want to turn them into a repeat buyer, right? A second-time purchaser, a third-time purchaser. And then we also want to turn them into a VIP eventually, right? And then from there, we can segment based off of a first-time purchaser that bought a specific hero product. We can upsell them or cross-sell them into another product or a bundle in the future. These are all things to consider. And like I said too, we want to make sure that we are creating special segments for our VIPs. VIPs are typically what we call like whale customers, which are customers that have spent over a certain amount or had so many purchases. And then inactive subscribers, which are people that just have not been opening emails or really engaging with us. And there's ways that we can send direct offers to get them back in the door, get them to reopen a campaign and actually re-engage with us. Next step comes into crafting compelling email content. Now, when we're creating compelling email content, really what we want to start off with foundationally is the planning and the brief. Everything needs to be built into a brief. And as the brief is built, that's going to tell us what the CTA is, what's the objective, what's the offer, and overall what needs to be included. Once that brief is created, we get into copy mode. And when we're writing copy, our copywriters are writing in the brand voice. So if you're writing for your brand, you want to make sure that you are talking a certain way that represents your brand and also gets your customers excited to read the email. Now, time and time again, we see this. Everyone wants to talk like they're writing a PR press release. You do not want to do that here. This does not need to be corporate. You want to talk just like your customer talks to their friends. That's how you're going to be most effective. And within all that copywriting, we obviously want to sell the open and we want to sell the click. That's the top priority of copywriting. When it comes to writing engaging subject lines, we want to boost those open rates. We want to make sure it's as easy as possible to get someone in there to open. And then once they're on the site, we want to make, or once they're in the email, we want to keep that email simple enough at the second, third, fourth grade level when it comes to comprehension, because usually a reader isn't really paying that much attention to your marketing communication. The moment you make these campaigns too complicated, people are just going to scroll through it. They're not going to pay attention. They're going to bounce and leave. We want to give them enough, but not too much. We want to sell the click and get them to the website. More high qualified website visitors we get to the website, the better chance we're going to have more purchases. We're optimizing for purchases here, right? Also, use storytelling to connect with your audience, right? If everything is too based around being transactional, you're going to lose customers. Your customers are entertained by you. They want to be entertained by you. They want to be excited by you. They want to read transformations. They want to hear what you have to say. They want to be engaged in the brand. So give them cool stories and also gamify the shopping experience with unique offers, incentives, freebies, free gifts, and strategic timing. Include clear call to actions on your campaigns and also recommend specific products that are going to be geared towards specific audiences. Next is setting up the proper email automation. Now, I'm not going to get into all the email flows that you need to be sending, but a couple of the core ones that you need to have set up is your welcome series to be nurturing new subscribers. Welcome series is when a new subscriber is going to come through. They're going to enter in through your pop-up or newsletter footer. And here you want to be giving them at least 10 emails. And this is the nurture sequence. So this is going to educate them on the brand and show them who you are and incentivize that first purchase with the front end offer. Next is your abandoned cart series. This is where we're recovering lost sales with reminders and incentives. These people are low-hanging fruit, right? They were about to buy, they were about to fall off the tree and they didn't for some reason. Follow up with them with email here, 3 to 4 emails, and I guarantee it's gonna work. Same thing with abandoned checkout. That's super important, and same with abandoned site. Next is the post-purchase flow, the repeat purchase flow. These are super important to just thank your customers and then to re-engage them, because once they buy, we're not done selling to them. And then win back opportunities. This is typically gonna be anywhere from 30, 60, 90 days after someone purchases. We're going to re-engage with them again and try to sell them again. Next is analyzing your campaign performance. We want to track open rates, click-through rates, and conversions, right? This is so important, guys. Not enough brands focus on tracking and measuring performance. And when you do this, you want to understand what's happening on every campaign. You want to know what's happening on every automation flow, because every type of campaign and automation flow is going to have a different benchmarking KPI you're trying to hit. And if something's going wrong or is not working, you want to understand how you can fix it sooner than later. So track those open rates, CTRs, and conversions when it comes to campaigns. And then when it comes to analyzing performance and trying to get more performance in the future, you want to be A/B testing subject lines and email content. And you also want to be testing different send times. There's no perfect time to send an email, and I can guarantee you the more you can test to see where your audience is going to resonate the most, you're going to see a higher ROI overall. And then use data to refine and improve your future campaigns. You've got so much data in your email CRM that you can play around with and analyze. The more you understand what that data looks like and what type of story and picture it's painting for you, the better results you're going to have in the future. And lastly, let's get into some email marketing trends to watch in 2025. Well, first off is AI-driven personalization for dynamic content. This is really, really important because as every platform starts using and leveraging AI more, the AI models are able to actually understand what type of prospect or what type of customer is going to be more engaged in a specific type of product or a specific offer in the future. Like I said, this is really cool. We've seen AI take off over the last 2 years and it's only getting stronger. We're going to see a lot more coming from this, and I can tell you that what Klaviyo has in their roadmap right now and what's been released, I'm really excited to see over the next year in 2025. Next, we want to create more interactive emails with gamification, with quizzes, leading to polls, product carousels. There's so much we can do here that you want to focus on making emails a little bit more interactive and driving people to different pages and having different outcomes. The cool thing too is you can actually track triggers based off of what someone does in an email. In Klaviyo, you can actually build a segment or actually add an attribute to someone's Klaviyo profile, which you can leverage in the future. For instance, if you add an email and it's like, are you interested in men's product or women's product? Click here for men's or women's, right? If you say, are you big or small? Are you tall or skinny? You can ask so many different questions here directly in email and then track those attributes and drive someone to a lander from there. Next, focus on mobile first design in dark mode compatibility. As all of our mobile devices change and get more dynamic with more dark mode and light mode, focus on mobile first design. 80% plus of your sales are coming from a mobile device, as most of your customers don't actually have personal computers anymore. Everyone's personal computer is their phone, and that's where they're doing most of their buying. If you're serious about scaling your e-commerce business with email marketing, let's schedule a call and see if we're a good match to work together. Right now, we're actually giving out our full retention audit absolutely for free. This is where my team and I get under the hood of your Klaviyo ecosystem and provide all the recommendations that we would do for you if we were working together. And at the same time, if you just want to take that presentation, it's usually at a 45-minute presentation. We record it, we give you the whole deck. If you just want to take that and run with it on your own, try it out on your own, be my guest, we're totally happy. This is our way to show you what we can do instead of just tell you. There's a link down below in the footer and you can easily schedule a call with me or one of my team members. We'll have a kickoff call. Right after that, we'll schedule a call out for a week or two from there, and our team will perform that audit for you for free. No strings attached, nothing, that's it. And don't miss my next video where I'll show you how to create a 7-figure automation funnel for your e-commerce brand. And that's about it, guys. Thanks so much. Always appreciate you. If you like this video, click subscribe below. If you have any questions about what we talked about, just ask away. We're always happy to help out. We love you guys, and we make these videos out of the bottom of our heart, and hope you learned something today, because that's what this is all about. So see you guys next time. Peace.